get higher, baby. Get higher, girl.
What's he do? Should say bass or freeze. What a tip.
Hey everybody, it's Gus from Askewed Reviews. And unfortunately, I had some very sad things happen yesterday, so I'm not in the best headspace, but it is Saturday, so I'm bringing you another episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Now, in case you don't know what Cinema Society Saturday is, this is where a group of us horror content creators have all come together. Each week, we are randomly given a theme. We then partner up and give our partner a movie that fits within the theme, and then we review that movie for all of you. Now, as you may or may not have already figured out by my intro, the theme for this week is Horror Parody. And my partner for this week is actually a member of Cinema Society Saturday that I've never partnered with before, and that would be Kels. If you're not already following her, definitely go and do so. She has some really fun and interesting content, including some series that are ongoing, like the 50 States of Horror, and some random little questions and rankings. So for this week's theme of Horror Parody, Kels gave me the movie of Shaun of the Dead, the 2004 film directed and co-written by Edgar Wright. This is a really fun and amusing movie that is a horror comedy, but it's also an amazingly great homage to classic zombie films. Additionally, if you didn't know, this is part of Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy. Now, none of those movies are actually interconnected, other than a Cornetto appears in all of them, and of course they're starring both Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Now, if you didn't know about the other ones, there's also Hot Fuzz and The World's End. Now, if somehow, someway you've never seen this film, let me tell you a little bit more about it to see if it intrigues you enough to go and check it out. So in this film, we have our main character of Shaun. Now, Shaun lives a pretty average, ordinary life. He currently works in an electronics store. He has a girlfriend named Liz, who does live with two other roommates. He has a best friend named Ed, who lives with Shaun and their other roommate named Pete. And for the most part, Shaun and Liz and Ed, who is kind of always glommed onto them, are almost always at a pub called the Winchester. Now, the problem here is that Liz is getting fed up with them pretty much doing nothing always, and Shaun being okay with that. So, because she's sensing a dead end here, she decides to break up with Shaun. Shaun is absolutely devastated by this, as he now feels like his world is ending. And technically, he does end up being right, as the very next morning when Shaun and Ed wake up, they are now realizing that all throughout the streets are the living dead. So from here, Shaun and Ed devise a plan of how to ride out the apocalypse. First, they go and pick up Shaun's mother. Then, they go and pick up Liz. Then all of them head off to the Winchester, hang out there, drink a few pints until this all blows over. So all of that sounds good, but with these two guys in charge during a zombie outbreak, will everyone end up surviving? So I absolutely love this movie. I think it's hilarious. I think it has some great emotional moments, a really good story. Just in general, I really can't think of anything that I didn't like about this movie. And for those reasons, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Now, if you want to check this one out for yourselves, at the moment, I didn't see any other way than renting it to be able to watch this, but since I own this, I was able to watch it myself. One other thing I'll mention that I found amusing is if you're a big fan of British television, there's a lot of familiar faces that you'll see throughout this movie. Now, once more, I am going to mention, please go and start following Kels at Spooky Nurse, and let's see if we can try to get her up to 2,000 followers as quickly as we can. I hope you enjoyed my review for Shaun of the Dead. If you'd like to see what everyone else did for their horror parody reviews, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.